halfway through. Then I woke up with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds, we're flawless as it is.
If you haven't tried it yet, make sure you jump over to the WNBA mode in NBA 2K20. And we want to see your top plays in that mode, so send them over on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow.
I am the 2K MC, and here are your 2K Compete events going down in the neighborhood for the next 2 weeks.
The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beautiful night in Salt Lake City. A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously, and with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Millsap.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are, a lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Here's Mitchell, and the layup's good off the glass.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
To the inside, Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And it's Conley penetrating. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Conley against Murray. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Murray.
And, you know, this is where Millsap excels. I mean, a great interior scorer. He has the size and touch to pulverize defense.
2 points. That one goes. Conley's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Murray with it. Conley picks him up. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Misses off the right iron.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
It's blocked. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Passes it to Jokic for 3. Denver gets it back. And that one's good. Millsap's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, Millsap doing good work there with the extra possession, converting on the offensive glass.
And it's sent back by Millsap. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good there. So Utah will take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Conley gets the bucket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Well, it was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Dallas. Now here is Harris. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. O'Neal comes with the double team. Barton finds Murray. Drills it from outside.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will torch you. Lethal from behind the arc.
Here's Conley, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jokic. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Murray finds Harris. Millsap trying to get open. A nice shot by Harris.
Gary Harris not bothered by intense, tough defense. He's dialed in.
Here's Bogdanovich. O'Neal trying to break free. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
The first one falls. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And so he hits both.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Here's Murray following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Murray outside. Pass to Millsap. Open shot by Harris. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what.
Oh, the power on that throwdown. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The Nuggets trail. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Harris outside. From downtown, the shot, no good. So Utah will take it the other way. Here's Conley. Again, the Jazz score.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
The pass to Jokic. Murray against Conley. Murray, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 12 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Barton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
The drive by Mitchell. Denver grabs the miss. And here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Conley gets the bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And Denver also making a switch. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Gary Harris. To the left wing. Here's Craig. Off target from outside. Utah leading. Gobert with it. Out guarded by Murray. Count it.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And that one's good. Barton.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Here's Mitchell. And Utah again with the bucket.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. A lot of guys like to shoot off the dribble, but Clark, there are some that really are better at it, shooting off that catch in the NBA.
Yeah, and who do you have in mind, Kevin? I got a couple of names that I'm thinking about. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking Klay Thompson because that backcourt is so prolific, and he's been so great at that, and that's kind of been his trademark.
Yeah, it has been. Reddick would be another guy.
Yes, another good
that
one.
I think that would come to mind. And even though he's later in his career now, but Kyle Korver, one of the very best we've had in the league at shooting off the catch.
Davis has checked in for Bogdanovich, and a switcher also for Denver. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Barton. Teardrop shot, and it's Murray, that time on the assist by Porter. 7 points for Jamal Murray.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And that one's good, Millsap.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And so he makes both from the line.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. 4-point game. Baseline J on the way. Great tee that time from Davis. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Morris outside. Craig passes to Plumlee, and the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the triple. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Gobert. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Down low, here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Got that one up quick. Mitchell's got 22.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Millsap. Passes it to Craig. Back to Millsap. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Millsap's got 12 points in the game.
He's given them some major high-octane offense tonight. This has been the all Millsap show. And what a show it is.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
He's checked in for the Jazz. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Denver.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Ingles. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Left side, Porter. To the wing on the left. Here's Craig. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Gobert, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night. The Nuggets trail by 5. Morris passes to Porter. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Fires from the wing. And Utah again with the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Craig. No good from outside.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 5. He dishes it to Grant. Back to Morris. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Riding it up and in off the drive. Clarkson athletic enough to create his own offense.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. And the pass to Porter. Pass to Craig. Launches a 3. Ingles with the rebound. Utah leading by 7. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Shooting 2.
first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Utah leading. There's 37 seconds left here in the opening quarter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Jazz leading by 7. Now, Moutier, ice D from Porter. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Gobert with the block, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And a wide open look for Porter.
Yeah, but the defense is doing a pretty good job of contesting those long-range shots.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, limiting their accuracy. Three-pointer is such a big part of the game today, but it's really about balance when you're an offensive team.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Jazz lead by 7. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. And that one is hammered home.
Elevating like a rocket booster, Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
Here's Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. And they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at that Lakers matchup, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Here's Clarkson, and there's another one for the Jazz.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
A different look for Utah. Donovan is checked in for Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Martin comes in for Michael Porter. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Conley into the lane. Here's Davis, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Jazz lead by 12. Murray surveying the D. Bogdanovich against Grant. The kick out to Barton. They shoot again. They get it back.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And you play with fire anytime you let Harris get in deep. I mean, he can throw it down on you now.
Here's Conley, and Utah again with the bucket.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Tips it. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Harris, no good. Jazz leading by 14. Here's Conley, and Utah again with the bucket.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
Here's Jokic. Barton trying to get open. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 this quarter. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
It's Jokic top of the key. Here's Murray, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Clarkson. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
The Nuggets trail by 15. There's the feed to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
And it's Conley penetrating. The shot's good. Conley's got 12 now in this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. That's 10 points for Jokic.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Yep, it counts.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Murray, good.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. Here's Mitchell. And he makes good on the layup. Mitchell's got 24.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And Jokic slams it in.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
O'Neal against Barton. O'Neal misses. The Nuggets trail by 15. Murray outside. And there's the pass to Jokic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Ed Davis.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position. You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. And obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
late in the season, let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Utah Jazz. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And, you know, for the Nuggets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Pass to Jokic, to the paint, reverses. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Harris.
The inside game of Harris continues to get better. He's effective at finding spots inside to score from.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Here's Harris, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
First one falls for him.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. And Harris drops them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Millsap left side. And that one is good. Millsap's got 16.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Mitchell. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Murray. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Utah leading by 13. Here's Ingles. Barton with the rebound. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Millsap trying to get open. Jokic, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Bogdanovich. Drops in the layup for 2.
A nice strong finish from Bogdanovich, showing no fear at all.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Murray, the pass to Millsap. They grab their own miss.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Gobert. And it's Denver with the rebound. Harris with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Murray kicks to Jokic. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
He gets it in there. Gobert's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Putting his height to great use there, feeling out the situation and then hitting from mid-range.
Jokic. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
And good that time. The Nuggets trail by 17. Inside. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, it's a joy to see Jokic get the hot hand. A very efficient, multi-talented scorer. Knows how to dial it up a notch when he needs to.
Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Murray against Mitchell. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, I like the athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Jazz leading by 15. Mitchell wide open. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Here's Murray. Sweet little floater. Murray's got 9 points in the quarter.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And yes, it's good. Mitchell's got 40 points.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
No, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the one in the first.
And stolen by Murray. Barton surveying the floor. Wide open look here for Murray. Off the left rim and out. Here's Ingles. Lays it up and banks it in. Ingles has got his second basket of the night.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 40 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was the fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Mitchell outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Murray with it. On the wing, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got 13.
You can tell Gary Harris is thinking of firing that shot even as the pass is coming his way.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And stolen by Murray. Millsap finds Murray. Jokic with it. Left side, Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Got to be careful how you defend Harris now because he's really good at drawing fouls.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
I like the competitive juice of Gary Harris. He wants to win every game, and he plays for his team at a high level.
And Harris drops them both. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Out to Harris from past the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Millsap with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Passes to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Conley grabs the miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
To the inside. Here's Barton. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Wasted no time on that one. That's 29 points for Mike Conley.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Denver. And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Conley against Murray. In the corner, it's Harris. Here's Millsap. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Here's Mitchell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 46 points.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Jokic draws the double. Barton in the corner, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And Denver with a change here, too. Grant's checked in. The Nuggets with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 21 points for Jokic. Here's Moutier. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
And Gobert drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 13. Barton outside. The shot misses. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Gobert. Barton with the rebound.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Count that one. Jokic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
It's Barton with the drive, and the lead is down inside single digits. Barton's got 12 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. 11-point game. Harris misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the layup is good. O'Neal's got his first basket of the night.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Denver's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Barton, wide open, he fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Utah leading by 13. O'Neal inside. He's covered by Murray. That shot missing. Harris against Bogdanovich. Harris, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
It's stolen by Harris. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Murray with the ball. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Murray's got 26.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer, Barton. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
I gotta be honestly, since I see him, I've been away for a while. I'm in the Bay of town. Debate who is the greatest, what you debate. Making for clout, I know. Who went in your house that I stay in your if you regularly go. If you say you would go, I win a different amount. I just go pick up the count. I just envision the count, then I go get that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, yes, get the time to turn the temperature down. Someone did me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. This next thing was crazy, he's better somebody I probably knew. Yeah, I don't get it, no clue. That's just what you gon' do. That's just a moment to add to the list. Can't get no energy too. What you put up on the wear? You know what everyone to wear. I just had to lead the hookers, treating me like a celeb. I just wouldn't cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real, cause they really know what they say. But honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him, I've been away for a while.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for O'Neal. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Michael Porter comes in for Grant. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Gary Harris. Morris kicks to Porter, takes the three, and with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Craig.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Hits it from three-point range.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer. Somebody who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the floor off the catch or dribble.
And that one good from Clarkson.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Morris dishes to Murray. Another three for Denver.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
The drive by Gobert, and they pick up 2. Gobert's got 15 points. The Nuggets trail by 11. There's the pass to Craig. No good on the three.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Moutier, and he banks in the layup. Moutier's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Here's Plumlee. Here's Porter. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Moutier. And that one hits back iron.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Murray, the pass to Plumlee. Craig kicks to Morris. For 3, Murray. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Gobert. Here's Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open. Shot's good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 26.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Denver calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
For the Jazz, Bradley's checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. And Williams-Goss subbed in for Clarkson. And Denver also making a switch. Paul Millsap's checked in for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Bradley passes to Niang. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Jazz lead by 19. Morris looking over the floor.
That's his first personal foul.
1:25 left in the third quarter. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Porter's got 7.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Here's Craig, defended by Moutier. It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Bradley, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bradley's got his first points of the game.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Pass to Porter. Good, nice job down low.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Took him no time at all on that one. 8 points for him. The Nuggets trail by 19. Morris outside. 12 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Outside Millsap. And it's blocked by Bradley. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Millsap and Plumlee are playing up front. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. Lets it go with a 3. Connects from three-point range.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Mitchell. The shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Here's the teardrop. Craig can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 18. Mitchell outside. Over Morris. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Porter, no luck. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Ingles, and Utah again with the bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Always beneficial to have a guy like Millsap on the floor. His vision, very impressive.
Shoots from the baseline. Conley's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 20. On the wing, Porter. Covered by Mitchell. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Porter outside. It's good from long range. Porter's got 9 points here in the second half.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Feeds to Millsap. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Denver ball.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bates Diop. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bates Diop's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's O'Neal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally like to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
O'Neal hits them both. Now here's Murray. To the paint. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And the Jazz call time here. And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
Harris inside, guarded by Tucker. Barton from outside. Offensive rebound. Jokic, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jokic has got 25 points in the game.
Even when you try to lock him up, Jokic finds a way. What a nice, delicate touch from him.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Denver's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Murray dishes to Harris. The three-pointer, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Good, that's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Passes it to Jokic, and it's Grant in the corner. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. Bogdanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The drive by Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Barton outside. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. And the first one drops. So he gets them both. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Barton, no luck. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. From the wing, connects, the jumper drops. Denver's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Grant gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Grant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Utah calls timeout.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
In the clouds, and you mean it now. I should get it now. I already told ya. I've been tired of the useless. I've been tired of the using. I ain't even put it easy. Lord, don't move me. Even it's a movie. I just wanna make a move shit. It gets like that when it takes us. The money be right. And honey, that money that money just wasting time. I don't wanna waste no time. I just wanna get what I need. I wanna live my life. Ain't nobody want time. Ain't nobody on time. Ain't nobody on time. Thank God that we here again. This the kind of that make let it go. Living in a city where it's hard to blow.
And the Jazz with some changes. Bradley's checked in for Bogdanovich. George Niang comes in for Mitchell. And Williams-Goss subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Davis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Here's Williams-Goss, and Utah again with the bucket. Denver's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Here's Harris. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Boy, with that athletic, muscular frame, Gary Harris able to battle through contact there.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. Here's Williams-Goss. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Williams-Goss has got 4 points now in the quarter. The Nuggets shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Out to the wing. Here's Murray. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. 34 points for Jamal Murray.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
Bates Diop, the pass to Murray. Daniels from outside. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Tucker. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part. Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Denver shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Poke loose. On the wing, Morris. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Morris passes to Craig. Uncovered. Jump shot is good that time. Daniels has got his first points of the night. Utah has gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. A nice shot by Tucker. And it's the Nuggets ball. The pass to Craig. Back to Morris. Three-pointer, Daniels. And again, Denver with the triple.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Davis. Again, the Jazz score. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Down low. And Bates Diop gets it to go. Bates Diop's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
The Nuggets shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Morris passes to Vonleh. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. And so he hits the technical free throw. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Craig. Shot clock at 5. And here's Morris for 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Bradley, that's for 2. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Drops in the tray.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
In the corner, Daniels. No good with the triple. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Bradley. The shot comes out. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
And the Jazz call time here. They're leading by 26. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. 41 seconds left in the game. Got that one up quick.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Pass to Bates Diop. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Williams-Goss misses. Here's Daniels, and he converts the layup.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Tucker. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.